Hi and welcome to Kids E-Series, Building Strong Foundations in Your Child. I'm Mrs. Bernice Mukesh. You can call me Ms. B. I'm a mother of two lovely children and also an early childhood educator, a Montessorian with an experience of over 16 years and also a phonics trainer. The second most important skill to be taught while teaching phonics is letter formation. We are going to look at why teach correct letter formations. It can often be assumed children will pick up how to write letters if they see them often enough. This is just not the case. Correct letter formation has to be taught. Seeing a completed letter or word or watching it being typed and appear on a screen does not show children how to form the letters. For children to develop a good handwriting style, it is important to learn how to form letters correctly to begin with, as this makes the transition from single letter formation to joint letter handwriting much easier. This enables them to develop a speedy, fluid and legible handwriting style. Learning to form letters correctly forms a big part of efficient handwriting. Kids who have not learned to form letters consistently, correctly may be putting so much effort into remembering and writing the letters that they don't have the mental energy left for writing or correctly answering questions. This is why I feel it is important to teach correct letter formations from the very beginning. Once your child can write letters correctly, automatically without thinking about them, he or she will be able to focus more on the actual learning process and on writing creatively. Let's look at some tips and teaching strategies. Number 1. Shapes and patterns before letters and numbers. If your child has not yet mastered drawing shapes and patterns, then work on these first before attempting numbers and letters. Pre-writing skills are the fundamental skills children need to develop before they are able to write. These skills contribute to the child's ability to hold and use a pencil and the ability to draw, write, copy and color. A major component of pre-writing skills are the pre-writing shapes. These are the pencil strokes that most letters, numbers and early drawings comprise of. They are typically mastered in sequential order and to an age-specific level. These strokes include the following, which I'm going to mention now: standing line, sleeping line, circles, plus sign, slanting line, square, X shape and a triangle. Tracing and drawing shapes and patterns will help your child master the diagonals and curves necessary for letter formations. Don't make your 2-year-old do all this. Let's look at the age-appropriate strokes and patterns your child can be taught. Children learn to make marks on paper along a timeline starting at around 2 years of age. If you give a jumbo crayon to your little one, he or she may, with your guidance, do all the things I'm going to mention now. A 2-year-old randomly scribbles, spontaneously scribbles in vertical, horizontal and or circular direction. A 2-year-old imitates a horizontal, vertical or circular direction. A child who is between 2 to 3 years imitates a horizontal line, imitates a vertical line, imitates a circle. A child between 3 to 4 years copies a horizontal line, copies a vertical line, copies a circle, imitates plus sign, imitates slanting lines, imitates a square. A child between 4 to 5 years copies a plus sign, traces a line, copies a square, copies slanting lines, imitates X, imitates triangle, grasps pencil in writing position. A child between ages 5 to 6 copies X, copies a triangle, recognizes between a big and small line or curve. Number 2 in learning letter formation is steps to mastery. Trace, then copy, then write with cues. Pre-writing skills are essential for the child to be able to develop the ability to hold and move a pencil fluently and effectively and therefore produce legible writing. When these skills are underdeveloped, it can lead to frustration and resistance due to the child not being able to produce legible writing or to keep up in class due to fatigue. This can then result in poor self-esteem and academic performance. The order of mastery is to first trace the letters, then to copy them, then to write them with a starting point cue, then to write them completely independently without cues. If your child cannot yet copy a letter with the correct formation, then write the letter yourself and have your child trace it. You may even find it helpful to guide your child's hand as they trace the letter. There are tons of materials available on the internet that you can download and use, or you can purchase good handwriting books too. Number 3. Use correct formations the first time your child writes her or his name. You may wonder if learning to write letters is a high priority skill during this age of technology. Well, guess what? It is extremely important for children. Start teaching correct formations with the letters of your child's name. So often preschoolers learn to write the name by copying it, and poor letter formation habits become deeply entrenched. Help your preschooler master the letters of their own name correctly, and you will have laid a good foundation for learning the other letters. Well, why is proper letter formation important? Research reveals that there are many benefits to having legible and efficient handwriting skills, such as teachers give higher grades to assignments produced with more attractive handwriting and that are easy to read rather than those produced with less attractive writing. Number 4. Ensure your child starts in the right place and flows correctly. Some kids are very good at getting the letter to look correct, but their strokes were perhaps bottom to top or right to left, which can lead to handwriting issues later. So pay careful attention to how your child forms the letter, not just what it looks like at the end. If you catch formation errors early, they are much easier to correct. Let's look at what order to introduce the alphabet letters. Starting with the lowercase is helpful and something I do. Clearly, little ones need to know both upper and lowercase letters, but since so much of the print in our everyday lives is lowercase, I find it beneficial to start it that way. The letter order is similar to the way the letters are taught in the Jolly Phonics program. By teaching the letters in this manner, children are able to begin forming words very quickly. Learning the letter sounds and writing goes alongside. After learning the first 6 letters, kids can make words in the at, am, it, ip, ap, and in word families. You may follow this order if your child is learning the Jolly Phonics way. While it may be easier for kids to form uppercase letters, I'm not a fan of focusing solely on uppercase letters at the beginning of letter formation instruction. In the real world, most print is in lowercase, and asking kids to write everything in uppercase and then switching to the correct way is confusing to kids. As the letter sounds are introduced, the children are shown exactly how to form each letter correctly. Initially, the children form the letters in the air. By regularly feeling the formation of each letter and then writing it, most children should form their letters correctly after the first 12 weeks or so. It is also important to teach your children to hold the pencil correctly in the tripod grip. Feeling letter formation in the finger phonics books or tracing over dotted letters gives good practice. Due to how handwriting has or hasn't been taught over the generations, means that we all have our own way of handwriting. When supporting and teaching young children, we need to develop a consistent approach so that they do not get confused or frustrated by adults giving them conflicting information. For parents, this means finding out from your child's school which letter font they are teaching so that you can support them more effectively at home. This may mean that you have to learn a new way of writing some letters. This also applies to teachers and teaching assistants. As the adults in the situation, we have to accept that it is for us to make the changes. Just because something is different from the way we were taught or do it doesn't mean it is wrong. It is just different. I hope you liked this content as much as I did. Do leave in your comments and queries. You can get in touch with me. The number is given in the description. Also, do like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon for notifications. Thank you all for watching. Have a blessed day. God bless you. Bye-bye.